Welcome to Tree of Life Spiritual Guidance. My name is Hannah. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be doing a reading that just came to me and I got really excited about it and I want to put it out there for everybody. So it was a reading basically I was sort of doing for myself, and basically it's just the message you didn't even know you needed, a message that Spirit has been trying to get through to you. So today you have 3 decks to choose from. Each one is an oracle deck and is going to serve as sort of the basis of the message that Spirit's been trying to get through to you. So here you have pile 1, and this is the Magdalene Oracle deck. And you also have this beach stone. Here's pile 2, and this is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. And you have this Howling Wolf. And finally, here's pile 3, and this is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And it's with this piece, this beautiful piece of amethyst. So just tune into your intuition, take a moment, resonate with a pile, and you can go ahead and jump. Timestamps are in the description or in a comment. And yeah, go ahead and jump into your pile. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that is completely fine. And just know that this reading is completely timeless. It came to you at the right moment when there's a message you didn't even know you needed. Spirit's been trying to get through to you. So here you are. The algorithm served it up. So see you in just a minute. Welcome all my pile 1s. If you selected the Magdalene Tarot and this beach stone, then this reading is going to be for you. So I'm just saging a little bit, and I'll just ask you to go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in and feel it go all the way down to your root chakra and all the way up out of your crown. Get grounded in your body. Welcome in your guides. Welcome in Spirit, the divine, whatever resonates for you. Today we are asking Spirit for pile 1. We are asking, what is a message they didn't even know they needed? What is the message, Spirit, that you've been trying to get through to them? Message for pile 1s, highest good, please. The message that pile 1 didn't even know that they needed. The message, Spirit, that you've been trying to get through to them. The message pile 1 didn't even know that they needed. The message you've been trying to get through to them. Thank you so much. Okay. So pile 1. Wow, this is really beautiful. The secret. The secret. So this is your central message that we're going to be working with today. And first I'm going to intuitively read this card, and then we're going to also read from the Magdalene Oracle book as well. I'm really noticing the red color, which also was the back of the Magdalene deck as well, which also was the color of the beach stone as well. I'm really sensing and feeling that there is something about the root chakra right now for you, which can sometimes have to do with holding on to stress, hoarding, sometimes holding on to things that we don't necessarily need or aren't serving us. The Secret, and I'm really noticing that her eyes are closed, and it's making me think that there's some type of secret from pile one, from yourself. There's a deep desire. I'm also seeing this orange and this yellow, which can really have to do with the solar plexus and the sacral chakras as well. So I'm really noticing, wow, that there's something, there's a really deep desire inside of you that's maybe something you're not acknowledging right now. I'm also noticing this infinity symbol and the symbols on her face. But especially I'm really noticing infinity. So I'm getting infinite bond. I'm getting infinite bond. There's an infinite bond that you're seeking. This can be with yourself. This can be with another person, but there's some type of bond where maybe you are desiring to invest in this bond, to look into this bond, and something's holding you back. Okay, that's how I'm starting out, where I'm feeling, but I'm also just channeling, just energetically. I feel a sadness. I feel some type of feeling of fear, also of grief and loss. So yeah, we're going to explore all these feelings more deeply. Let's go ahead and just quickly, I'm going to read to you, or not quickly, actually. I don't know why it has to be quick, right? I'm going to read to you from the Magdalene deck, The Secret. Someone will soon confide in you, and the information they divulge may shock or disturb you. You may feel torn between the loyalties you have for two people, and this creates a dilemma for you. What is the right thing to do? Should you divulge the information or stay silent? In your heart, you will know. Ultimately, you must be true to yourself, for only in doing so can you be true to others. Revealing the truth will definitely cause upheaval, but eventually, as things settle down, your honesty and courage will be appreciated. Don't dwell on feelings of guilt. Express what is in your heart, for a hidden blessing is in store for all. As a result of the coming events, both you and others will feel a sense of relief. There are positive results for all concerned. However, these can only be actualized through your courage and love. Wow, that's so powerful. I'm just going to take a sip here. What really resonated was this idea again that there's a truth, there's a desire, there's something that you want to say, but exactly for fear of upheaval, expressing a deep desire, and for fear of upheaval, for fear of rocking the boat, you're closing your eyes to your own deepest desires. But a message that I really want to reinforce, I think that was part of that, is that ultimately what is for your highest good is for the highest good of all, which can be one of the hardest things to accept. But particularly when it comes to relationships, we fear hurting the other people. And sometimes, let me just give you a few examples. You're on the dating apps and you realize you don't like somebody, you go on a few dates, and then you have to let them down, right? Or you're married. You're married and, the love is gone, and, you're feeling trapped, and you're feeling depressed, and you're feeling stuck, and, you have to leave. Obviously, both of those situations are of a different scale, but they represent the same thing, which is having to understand that in choosing your own truth and choosing your own honesty, it is for the best of all, which can sometimes be something we forget. But in reality, look at each of these situations. You're doing the other person a favor because both you and the other person deserve love, deserve to live your best happiness, deserve to live in your truth and your fire and your honesty. You know, that courage to sometimes release, it's actually, it's a gift, you know, it's a gift to both parties. It's a gift to all involved, because you know, because in reality, I was just reading something in Judaism called Pirkei Avot. I was just reading a little bit. And one of them, they said, you know, there's 3 things we live by: justice, truth, and kindness. Wait, I may not even have that right. But I know that truth was one of the principles, which is the point that I'm trying to make. Truth, you know, it's one of the principles of a good life, is living in truth. Living in your truth. And that means that you can't have it be a secret from your own self, but also you can't have it be a secret from those in your life. So yeah, all right, let's get a little bit of tarot to further expand on this message. And today we're going to be using Tarot of the Divine for you guys, which I thought went nicely with the Magdalene Oracle. So let's get a little more on this situation, having to tell a truth or someone divulging a secret to you. Let's just see what comes out. But that's, you know, this is the basis here of the message that Spirit wants you to hear. Spirit, what's going on in this situation? What more do we need to know about being courage and speaking truth for pile 1? What more do we need to know about releasing secrets, facing difficult truths, speaking difficult truths for pile 1, please? Thank you so much. For pile 1, please. Clarify the message. Okay. All right, let's start here. Let's begin. Okay, overall, the moon. Wow. So that's exactly it. There's a lot hidden. You're in a situation where there's a lot hidden, and this can be you or this can be somebody else. But there's a lot hidden. And if you're the one hiding from yourself and hiding from the other person, a lot of it is because the moon is distorting everything for you. So what I'm really feeling is that you're getting lost in these negative predictions. You know, sometimes we do this thing where we ruminate and we come up with negative outcomes and we obsess over, you know, these negative outcomes. And we can be very convinced, you know, and the moonlight is this very distorting influence. You know, we can be very convinced that our fears seem extremely logical. Sometimes negativity and fears is very seductive. It feels easier to trust. I don't know if that's something you relate to, pile 1. I know that's something I've experienced. And with this moon energy, I'm really feeling like there's this fear of what will happen if the truth is spoken or if I have to receive difficult truths. So, you know, I'm really getting that. Hanged Man here. Spirit's inviting you into stillness. The Hanged Man, you know, this is such a beautiful depiction. But the Hanged Man, you know, in the classic Rider Waite, it's that he strung himself up to the tree himself, you know. He put himself up there on purpose to see the world from a new perspective. And I think that kind of reinforces, you know, what I was saying earlier about that releasing guilt, which, you know, also the Magdalene Oracle was speaking of, releasing guilt. You know, I'm really noticing how she has her hands in a sort of a heart, and it looks to me right at her solar plexus, which has to do with confidence in your truth. So Spirit's really inviting you into stillness, into quiet, and into gaining a new perspective on difficult truths, giving and receiving, and seeing them more as gifts, more as opportunities, more as pathways, more as open doors, open windows. Queen of Wands. This is the embodiment. Like, the queen is, you probably couldn't even see what I just did. The Queen of Wands is the embodiment of these colors, of this energy, but with her eyes wide open. Look at her determination. Look at her with her single wand. You know, it makes me think of Ace of Wand. It makes me think of inspired action. You know, she's confident. She knows herself, and she does speak her truth, and she speaks her truth in a courageous manner for the highest good of all. And with compassion. She's incredibly intuitive, you know? So I'm really seeing, and I can't help but see the way it almost is as if, you know, here she's gone from here to charging forward ahead. And this is the energy you're coming into. I'm also seeing here representation about the heart chakra opening as well. So you're moving up in the chakras, you're moving up your body, you're ascending with this truth being spoken. You're getting out of, you know, this fear energy, out of this distortion, the light of the lava, you know what I mean? The glow of your true desires when you embrace them, you know, Spirit's inviting you to that as well. So there's going to be this period of needing to kind of rest, evaluate, see it from a new perspective. You know, she's in the daylight, you know, and then you're stepping into this action, you're stepping into this courage of truth. And look, talk about speaking the truth. 8 of Wands. This card is fire energy, truth energy, understanding that delivering the message of truth is a way that you're honoring Spirit. Spirit wants you to know that. You're honoring the path Spirit has for you. You're honoring your divinity when you embrace your truth and when you speak your truth to others. And whatever, you know, I'm seeing snow and fire, and, you know, whatever should befall from the truth, you know, whatever comes out of the truth, just understand and know that it is for the best. It is, you know, and look, also, you know, you really notice the wands are coming down from the heavens. When you have to be courageous and either receive or give this truth, you know, whatever this is for you, know that Spirit is with you. Know that your ancestors are with you. They want you to know that, like, they're here to guide you. They're here to help you. You are not alone. And look, here now we have the throat chakra, blue, the throat chakra. You know, we have, you know, going up all the way indigo violet, you know, all the way up ajna, third eye, and then up to crown. Like, you're going through this ascension. Telling the truth is an act of completion. It's a way of finishing cycles, I'm hearing. Wow. It's a really beautiful message. So yeah, this is all about admitting to your own deepest desires, you know, and possibly, you know, if it's like more of a reverse energy, accepting the deepest desires of others, you know. Actually, I just want to get this crowning energy here. This is the fear. This is the fear, is 5 of Pentacles, that you'll be rejected, that you'll be alone in the cold. But Spirit wants you to know you're never alone. And Spirit is always, always, always with you. Let's clarify the 5 of Coins, please. Your ancestors are with you too, you know. What else, actually? I'm getting a different message now about this 5 of Pentacles. Let me see. Queen of Swords. 8 of Cups. You know, sometimes people have, you know, I guess that's the energy of this pile. People have to walk away. We have to leave things behind. But I think what this is about is leaving behind the guilt, because the Queen of Swords speaks her truth as needed. I'm hearing the message, you are your own warrior. You are a warrior on behalf of yourself. And the Queen of Wands is too. Like you owe yourself. So that's what I'm hearing, is releasing guilt. And Eight of Cups is walking away. It's walking away from things that aren't serving you so that you can have your deepest wishes and desires. Beautiful. All right, pile one, thank you so much. That's what I have for you. If you're at all interested in a personal reading, I will answer whatever questions you have. We can talk love, we can talk spiritual guidance, career guidance, whatever it is you need. Please check out my website. It is in the description box below. And I would love it if you could just give me a like. It makes a really big difference for my very, very tiny channel. And also hit that subscribe and the bell button if you want to see more readings from me. So thank you so much for being here, pile one. I really hope you got something useful out of this today. You know, take what resonated, leave what doesn't, and trust your own intuition. So see you soon. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. So we're going to find out starting with the wild unknown archetype. The wild unknown archetype deck. Why is that so hard to say right now? Maybe I need some water. We're going to get that. That's going to be your central message today. And I'm going to read that intuitively, and then I'm going to read the guidebook, and then I'm going to clarify with some tarot. And for you guys, I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. And I just have to tell you already, just channeling from this wolf, I'm actually getting some giddy feelings. I'm getting some really, yeah, like joyous feelings, like humorous feelings. Like, I don't know, I feel kind of giddy. I feel really happy. So I don't know, let's see where that goes. I'm really excited to see where that goes for you guys. So, oh, you know what? Let me light a little sage. Let me just have you guys go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in and feel it go all the way down out your root chakra and all the way up out your crown. Get present in your body and just welcome in your guides, welcome in the universe, spirit, whatever resonates for you, and a message for your highest good today. So spirit for pile two, what is the message that they didn't even know that they needed? What have you been trying, spirit, to get through to my pile twos? Anybody who's watching pile two. Thank you so much, spirit. For my pile two, spirit. Too many? Bring them back out if it was the right one. Just one, spirit. Okay. Okay, you guys have two. Sometimes spirit has its own agenda. Okay. All right. So the sword and the offering. Wow. I'm really already feeling this sense of a breakthrough. This sense of the truth, of speaking your truth, of being honest, of standing up for yourself. Wow. And you know what? I'm seeing duality here. So I'm seeing shadow and light of this honesty, and possibly even a tower moment for you, which really could mean that something really drastic and big has happened recently. But I'm getting this sense that it's bringing you into this joyful, amazing energy that through standing up for yourself, through stepping into your light, you're leaving shadow behind. And I mean, the offering, I'm just sensing that you're ascending on your spiritual journey right now. Like you're really awakening, spirit's connecting with you really deeply. And I'm getting the sense of like you offering to spirit and spirit offering for you back. Spirit wants you to know that there is a covenant. As you do your part, spirit will do spirit's part in supporting you, in moving forward into your joy, into your happiness. It's interesting because I'm getting the feeling that like this joy and this happiness, I'm not necessarily sure if you're feeling that right now, but it's like that's the energy all around you and like waiting for you is this like intense sort of freedom, like the giddiness that comes when you get free, when you've been restricted. Okay, so let's dive into the Archetypes guidebook. I want to read it for you guys too. That's my original, or my original intuition. It is my original intuition. My intuition is original, eh? But that was just intuitively where I was at. But let's see what the book says, because the book is always beautiful for this particular book. So here we go. The sword, the knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made, and all else falls away if you find the sword in your grasp. You can no longer hesitate. Wait, let me read that better. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. Wow. Wow, do I feel that? Wow. Speaking your truth and living your truth. It's deeper than speaking your truth. It's living your truth. It's living your truth. It's moving into your light, moving into freedom. Spirit is like, I'm with you. I'm behind you. Let's do this thing. Like, Spirit wants you to know. Okay, let's read the offering, the gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up, for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time and meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. You have a gift. When you live in your truth, you are of service to others. And wow, Spirit is with you. Spirit is behind you. You're stepping into your purpose right now. And yeah, it is going to require some type of sacrifice, Sometimes we're comfortable in shadow, sometimes we've found a groove in shadow. Sometimes stepping into light is intimidating, is threatening, is like, ooh, I had a teacher once tell this story of this incredibly successful professor, and she had written books that were very widely used in her field. And she got this job, and it was the beginning of, her career taking off. And she, talked about on the way to her first day that she had a complete panic attack and turned around. It was like she could feel herself stepping into her destiny. And it was scary as all shit. Excuse my language. But it was scary. And sometimes stepping into your truth is frightening, and you have to give something up, So sit in that quiet meditation. I really see that with this black. It's like, if you're not sure what it is that's meant to be released, you probably have a gut feeling. But if you don't, then yes, sit. And you can give an offering to spirit. Sometimes I kind of love the idea of, throwing something in a fountain, throwing something into a body of water, to the ocean, whatever is accessible to you, but offering to water, lighting a candle as well. But yeah, wow. All right, let's dive into a little bit more about this. But yeah, you guys, this is exciting for you guys. Yeah. This is really exciting. Big things are happening for you. I'm hearing the song by Thames, Crazy Things Are Happening. Crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening. You might feel like that, your world is swirling around you, things are happening faster than you expect. You might be scared and but trust that you are so surrounded by light right now. You are so surrounded by spirit. Okay, so for pile 2s, for anyone who's come across this, for pile 2, spirit, what more do you have to tell them about the sword and the offering? Okay. Wow. You're coming to the end of a cycle having to do with grief and loss. There is going to be some grief and loss here. Look, Ace of Swords. Oh my God. And then the Lovers beneath. Wow. This is coming into full balance inside of yourself. This is coming into your destiny and coming into your purpose. And now if this resonates to you, you're going to step into your power and find your soulmate, or if you're in a soulmate connection, this may be you need to leave somebody, you're going to have to leave somebody to move into what's meant for you. I mean, that's only one example. Don't feel limited by that. But, sometimes grief is a necessary part of living our truth. And I think that was one of the messages that, in the sword. And here's the Ace of Swords. I mean, this is the same thing here. And then, wow, this stepping into destiny, stepping into purpose. This is major arcana. You know what I mean? This is stepping into your truth and your beauty. It's very powerful. The World, you're closing out a cycle. And it's the sex. Maybe there's something to do with sex. But no, it's the successful completion of a cycle. She's floating, she's glowing, she's shining, it's sometimes I'm also hearing this message about endings. Sometimes we feel that endings invalidate the experience. That's part of what makes them so hard. We think, if this ended, it didn't mean what I thought it meant. It wasn't, significant the way I thought it was. Our relationship wasn't whatever, or, this job wasn't, meaningful, or it was the wrong job for me. And Spirit wants you to know that just because things end, endings can be so beautiful. Endings don't have to be sadness. Endings are a time to honor. Wow, I really hear that. Endings are a time to honor the experience that we've had. It's like a funeral. I mean, it's like a funeral, you think of how you you think back, you talk about that person's life, you talk about all they accomplished, who they were to others, you know, it's very similar. Any ending has that element to it, you know, and it's painful. We have to feel the pain. I can't pretend like there's not pain, and we can't try to deny pain. And also, there's beauty, there's appreciation, and then look, Knight of Swords. Like, it's time to get going. There is an urgency to this energy. Like, spirit's with you. Bird, right? Bird. Maybe it's a hawk. I don't know. Maybe it's a raven. I'm not sure. I'm feeling a hawk energy, but that's spirit. Spirit's with you. Spirit's like, let's go. You're ready. You have the tools. Like, jump on this train before you miss it. You know, jump on this bike before you miss it. It's time to get going. Your destiny is calling you. Your greatest heart's desires, you know? When pigs fly, like, you can have it. You can have what it is that your heart desires. And when you have it, you'll be giving universal love to all. When you step into your truth and step into your purpose, you will be giving universal love to all. You will be making the world a better place. Like, no joke. You living in your truth is such a gift and a blessing. Okay, Page of Cups, please. Oh, wow, you're coming into, oh, wow. This is really a message about coming into your purpose. I mean, the Three of Pentacles overall energy is about building your cathedral, you know, that holy sort of life's work, you know what I mean? And this is about work too. And you know, that could be a relationship, sure, you feel destined, but that could be stepping into a new profession, stepping into a job, stepping into a hobby, stepping into, you know, live your truth, because this is your highest good, and it's the highest good for all. And you're really important. I'm really hearing that, like, you're important, you know. A brand new start for you with all the potential in the world. And look, she's wearing yellow, solar plexus, joy. There is so much joy all around you, ready to be accessed. Yes, we have to let things go, but that's how we come into 10 of Pentacles, completion, security, our greatest purpose, our highest good. I mean, 10, you know, the world, like, successful completion of cycles. So, and moving into your highest good and your purpose here. So jump on that joyride. Pile 2, jump on it. You know, spirit is so incredibly with you as you step into your truth. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. This was so much fun to read your cards and your energy. I love your vibe, love your energy. If you want a personal reading with me, I answer all different kinds of questions. We can talk love, relationships, we can talk career. You know, if you need a personal reading, you want to go deeper on this reading, you know, we can do that. So you can find my website in the description box below. And thank you so much for being here. If you could just hit like, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and the bell button so you know when I post. That'd be really dope, and you'd help my little channel here. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Pile 3, welcome. You chose this amethyst, and you chose the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So today, basically, I'm going to be choosing your main message out of Wisdom of the Oracle, whatever comes out. And then I'm going to interpret that intuitively. I'm also going to read from the guidebook as well. And then I'm going to clarify further with tarot. And I'm going to be doing traditional manga tarot for you today. And yeah, so let's find out what's going on. What message did you not even know you needed? What has Spirit been trying to get through to you? But before we start, let me just have you close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. Feel that breath go all the way down out your root chakra and all the way up out your crown. Get really nice and grounded in this moment, nice and present. Welcome in your guides, welcome in spirit, whatever resonates for you, for a message today for your highest good. And I would like to welcome in spirit for a message for pile 3's highest good today, please. So spirit for pile 3, for anyone in pile 3, anyone who clicked on this video and selected pile 3, what message do they not even know that they need? What have you been trying to get through to them, spirit? What message have you been trying to get through to my pile 3, please? And this is only a message for pile 3's highest good, please. Oh, alrighty. Whoa, you guys got 3. Hello. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm getting something rushing in here. And there really is a universal theme. There really is a collective message today, which is that when we release, we allow room for new energy. This is beautiful. All that glitters. I mean, right here, you know, there's some situation you're in where there's mass, there's untruths, there's, you know, shallow rewards. There's, you know, I'm getting this almost this smug energy. You may be around somebody with it, and you may be putting somebody on a pedestal or a situation on a pedestal, thinking that it's all that, thinking it's everything. You know, but it's actually, there's some energy lurking. There's some energy lurking, and then we get into chaos and conflict. So I can't help but feel that whatever this situation is, it's eating away at you, and you don't even realize. Wow. 33 reduces to 6. This is the Lovers. 16. Interesting. 16 reduces to the Chariot. 7. And then Treasure Island. There's something just beyond, I believe, the release of these energies. There's something just beyond, something very delicious. It's already on its way to you. You are being asked to go with the flow, to not fight spirit, to not be afraid, and just know that something that you've been really stuck on ain't all it's cracked up to be. You already know that. I'm really feeling that you already know. That you were almost kind of expecting this type of message. You're like, yeah, I already know, but it's deeper than you think. It's actually eating away to some extent. But let's jump into this book, you know, but don't be afraid. Don't worry. I mean, look at this. Everything can be healed, you know, well, maybe not everything, but, but, you know, and whatever isn't healed becomes a part of, you know, our character and who we are. Actually, that's, yeah, wow, that came out of nowhere. That's an interesting message, you know. Sometimes we aren't perfectly healed. Sometimes we do have scars. Sometimes we are changed, but that change becomes who we are. It becomes a part of us. It becomes a part of our landscape. You are not irreparably harmed. You are not forever changed. You have your pure innocence, your pure soul. Always, 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 always. And there are beautiful blessings on their way to you, definitely. But let's read a little bit in the book. I just want to read a little bit in the book for you all. All That Glitters is number 16. Essential meanings: a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. The oracle's message: it's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Wow. You're stepping into so much truth right now. You really are. I feel that you're there. Like I can really sense that this is confirming your intuition. If, my pile 3s, if that's not resonating, like, of course, no worries. But I'm feeling like my pile 3s are kind of out here. Like, yeah, I know that I've been buying into some BS. Like I felt it, like you've just been waiting for that confirmation. So like, it's here, like it's here for you. Okay. Chaos and conflict. Disarray, being at cross purposes with another, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. That's interesting. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere. But consider the value of chaos that serves you well as you become unmoored by it. Scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes, and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. So it's very interesting. It may even be, I'm getting almost like somebody in your life, like that's hurt your feelings too. You thought there was more there, and now you're seeing the truth. And, but I love that, chaos and conflict brings out truth. And it helps you to see things from other perspectives. And maybe it's helping you to see the truth. And Treasure Island, I'm excited to read this to you, my friend, because blessings on blessings, right? The law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent, as in they may not glitter. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasures shared multiplies like magic. Wow. So as you're releasing, as you're seeing things for what they are, as this conflict is bringing out the truth, as you're taking these steps, which I get the feeling you've already started, you bring in all this beautiful abundance, because it is a way, when you are honest, when you see the truth, speak the truth, it lights the way for abundance and positive thinking, positive thinking. You know, that's so interesting that I got that message earlier about like, you're not broken, like you're not, you know, positive thinking. There's something about false positivity I'm getting too. That's very interesting. Maybe, you know, sometimes people will come out here acting like they're really positive and their actions over time speak otherwise. So, you know what? Let's pull some tarot. Let's get a little more deets on this situation. But I'm really feeling for you guys, like really good things are coming, that you guys are in process of release right now. You're in process of moving through chaos and conflict, and you're really already moving toward this treasure island. You're doing a lot right. Spirit's really proud of you. I'm really getting that feeling. And like, I'm really getting this feeling like everything's going to be all right. And Spirit's been wanting to tell you, like, honestly, everything's really going to be all right. Like, this situation is for your highest good in a way that you don't even realize. So, all right, traditional manga tarot. Manga? I don't really know the right way to say it, if I'm honest. All right, so for pile 3, Spirit, anybody who selected pile 3, oh, my pile 3 is out there. What do they need to know about this? All that glitters, you know, isn't gold, and it's chaos and conflict, and then eventually leading to this abundance. Like, what do they need to know? Oh, wow. Beautiful. What else, Spirit? What else do they need to know? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. Wowzers. Powerful stuff, guys. You're moving into like this victory. Although, hold on a second. You know, the 6 of Wands can sometimes be a little bit of an all that glitters energy, actually, which, as you can see, I just was like, awesome, like everything's going great. But right after the 6 of Wands comes the 7 of Wands, and people try to take your title, you know what I mean? So underneath it is the World, which is the completion, you know, the coming to an end of something, moving into new options for yourself, and abundance, and don't limit yourself, you know what I mean? Because a lot of beautiful stuff is coming in for you. Wow. Heartbreak, interesting. Heart pain. And maybe that's what, you know, this person or this situation kind of hides from you. There is this hidden, you know, darkness that I'm getting something about, like toxic positivity too. Don't be led astray by some, you know, sometimes with law of attraction, you can fear ever having a negative thought. And I'm really hearing to just let you guys know that it's okay to experience your negative emotions. Actually, it's totally fine. That's like the chaos and conflict card, like having difficult conversations. Like it's okay, guys. Like it's not, you know, guys and gals and you know, everybody, it's not a bad thing sometimes to speak the uncomfortable truths, to freaking call things out as they are, and it does make people uncomfortable. But like all the fakeness needs to come to an end. There's so much out there for you. You're sort of being held back. But look, you, like I said, you were being held back by some of this sort of falsity, but no more. Like you are fully stepping into this new energy, into your own light, into treasure friggin' island, Knight of Cups, emotional fulfillment, and emotional honesty. You've gained a lot of wisdom on your journey. This was all meant to be part of your journey too. And you're going to have some like real material gains. I mean, this treasure island that's flowing to you, I don't know if money's been a struggle, but you're going to come into some money. Stay positive about that. But, you know, again, like it's okay to be honest. Honesty is how you access this, I'm hearing. That's been a really, really collective message, is all about honesty. All these messages have had to do with honesty today. I'm really noticing. So cut the superficiality wherever it's living. You know, you're meant for deeper things. Oh yes, wow. This is antithetical. Hermit energy is antithetical to Six of Wands, antithetical of all that glitters, you know. There is an emotional truth and a spiritual truth that you're meant to live in. And it's going to bring you so much fulfillment and abundance, but it's also going to be nurturing to the collective. And it's going to be nurturing to yourself. And it's going to bring you literal physical abundance. It is coming for you. Okay, give me a little bit more spirit about Queen of Pentacles, about this treasure island energy, about, you know, how living in the depth of who we are as opposed to the superficial, the beautiful rewards that's going to bring for pile 3. Wow, how funny. Here's the world again. Yep, you're ending a cycle, stepping into a brand spanking new cycle. And there's the 7 of Cups again. Abundance, options, you know. 10 of Pentacles, stability. Cut the BS, whatever it is. Cut the BS, get into your deeper truth. Go deeper because that's going to be the key to unlocking all the abundance. That's going to be the beginning of the new cycle. That's going to be the beginning of your life. And it's already on its way to you. Go with the flow of things. And, you know, speak the hard truths. The conflict is here actually for your highest good. Cutting the crap. These are the messages I'm getting for you. But I'm just like getting this overwhelming feeling of everything's going to be good and everything's going to be okay. And Spirit just wants you to know that, like, you're on a really spiritual path. You have a really important purpose. And when you tune into your inner light, big things are coming. Big things are going to happen. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here, Pile 3. It's been really my pleasure reading your cards. If you want a personal reading, you can find my info in the description box below. We can talk about whatever you need to talk about, whether that be love, career, you know, like what if you're like, I need some more specifics, like, you know, because obviously I'm doing a general reading here. So if you're like, no, I need some specifics, you know, reach out to me. Yeah, you can find, like I said, my website, my email in the description box below. And if you could just give me a like, that would mean the world to me. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Hit that bell button so you know when I post. And thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.